We have quite a few updates on the would-be Trump shooter, including this TV interview, body cam video of his arrest, and his previous voting record, which might surprise you. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today I bring you several updates on the would-be Trump shooter, Wesley Routh. This guy, of course, 58 years old, from North Carolina, was captured in or near West Palm Beach, Florida, after he stuck an AK-47 through a chain link fence at Trump International Golf Course, obviously trying to hit President Trump. He had GoPro cameras set up. He had ceramic tiles, which is ceramic body armor. He had book bags. He had a little bit of everything. Now, before we get to the body cam, before we get to anything else, elephant in the room. Yes, he did vote for Trump in 2016. Now, what's going to happen is you're going to have a lot of trolls, a lot of leftists that say, oh, he's a MAGA, he's a Trump supporter, he's a conservative. He voted for Trump in 2016. Well, newsflash, it's not 2016 anymore. It's 8 years later. A lot can change in 8 years. That's almost a full decade. How many decades do you have in your life? Okay, I got family that died in 55, 65. You don't have that many decades in your life. 8 years is a long time. I voted for Barack Obama in 2008, and guess what? In 2016, I voted for Trump. So would it be appropriate to say that I was a liberal at that time when I voted for Trump and that I hadn't changed from 2008? No, it wouldn't be. This guy voted for Trump in 2016, but he later said that Trump was a disappointment. He didn't like the direction he was going in. There's even a book that he published, a self-published book, in which he said that Iran, the country, should be able to go ahead and take him out, and they could take him out, meaning he told Iran, the country, that they could delete him because he was so apologetic for voting for Trump the first time. That's how crazy this guy is. That's how far to the left and not a Trump supporter this guy was. It's so bad that he said, hey, take my life for voting for Trump. Okay. Now, there's a lot more we got to get into, but first things first, body cam footage. Let's take a look at this. Again, he was captured, I think they said 50 miles north of West Palm, where he tried to do the whole thing with the pistol or the rifle through the chain link fence, trying to hit Trump, and was clearly not successful. So let's go ahead and watch this. Then we're going to keep on rocking and rolling. And of course, everything will be in the box, but without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
2 steps to your right. Take 2 steps to your right. Driver, walk straight back. Yep. If you want to go with. Keep walking. What's your name, boss? Ryan?
All right, there they go. They got him. So pulled him over, got him arrested. And I think they said that there was a tip. Somebody took a picture of the guy. There was an eyewitness that had a picture. And that is what allowed them to find him pretty quickly, get him in cuffs, and then get him to the federales. They said without that picture from the witness, it might have been a while before they caught him. So shout out to the witness, shout out to the police out there for getting them corralled. Now let's get to some more news about what's happening, and then we'll keep on going.
What have the FBI been saying then in terms of this suspect? What are the details that have come through in the last 12 hours or so?
Well, yeah, Tom, like you said, the 58-year-old suspect, Wesley Routh, may have been, according to his cellular phone data, spending about 12 hours in the area where he was with his rifle and back.
Now, let's pause, because that was a question. People were saying, hey, how was he right there at the golf course right when Trump was golfing? Because it was a last-minute decision for Trump to golf at that time. So how did he already know to be there? Well, he had been there for a long time. Maybe he was thinking, okay, he'll be out here at a certain point and then I'll be able to catch him. I don't know. There was also I believe it was MSNBC, one of these news outlets who were filming Trump out there on the golf course. So it was like, okay, why are you guys out there? You guys don't even want to film rallies. So why were you out there filming them on the golf course that day? What's the reason for that? Is it a coincidence or is it something else? I don't know. I'm just asking the question, but let's keep on going.
Backpack waiting for the president, a former president, to show up. This is all according to the FBI and police investigation. They also found that the vehicle he was captured in about an hour after a Secret Service engaged him had license plates that were stolen from another vehicle. So a lot of details still emerging.
Oh, and by the way, speaking about stolen plates and things like this and just criminal activity, this guy, Ryan Routh, had 100 police interactions, meaning arrests and things of this nature. And I believe, from what I was able to read, he is a convicted felon already. So having a weapon, illegal. He is what they call prohibited possessor. He's not able to own a weapon, not able to possess a weapon, but yet he had a weapon and he had body armor and everything else. So gun control, how would that have helped in this case when the guy could not have a gun? Y'all let me know, but let's continue.
Initially been charged with 2 counts, one being a felon illegally having a weapon, and the other being having a weapon that had its serial number defaced or scratched out. I suspect we'll get a lot more details on additional charges over the next week or two.
Now, what's going to end up happening is going to be difficult because he didn't actually open fire. They may try to say there's a conspiracy there to try and do something to the president. They may try to get that, but he didn't actually open fire. So as far as an attempted assassination attempt, they may not be able to charge him with that because that's not really what happened. Okay, but I'm curious to see how they're going to charge him aside from the illegal weapon while being a felon.
But the FBI still now looking very deeply into his social media presence to see if there's anything more they can learn about his motivations.
Bill, to what extent has this episode readjusted or at least led to changes in terms of the Trump campaign?
Good question.
Well, it's definitely allowed the Trump campaign to kind of turn the page on a discussion that had focused quite a bit on the former president's relatively poor performance in the debate against.
Okay, here we go. But, they got to, mainstream television, they got to put in their little spin talking about, I think he did pretty poorly in the debate. So you're giving your personal opinion about his debate performance when the subject should be about the assassination attempt. So you think he's going to use that to try and just get away from that conversation? That's crazy. But hey, all right, Bill Ferries, whatever you say, let's keep on going. His neighbors out there in North Carolina spoke to the media about interacting with him. Check it out.
The police searching this home overnight, which state records say belongs to Ryan Routh. The neighbors in this community tell me they have not seen him here in months.
I didn't realize he lived 2 doors down.
Josh Patrick recalls seeing Routh 3 times over the past couple of years, describing the interactions as unusual.
When I was out walking, probably around midnight, and I walked past his place back there, I saw him come out of the gate. I saw him slam the gate a couple of times, kind of like for no reason. And he walked next to me just like a few paces away, and he kept my pace, and he sped up.
And Patrick.
Weird guy. Here is an interview from 2022. He was interviewed by Newsweek because he was going to Ukraine helping in the war. Now, listen, if you're an American citizen going to a foreign country to fight, the feds know about you, period. Let's watch this, shall we? I won't play the entire thing. I'll just play some of it, and I will link to everything again in the box. If you're on IG, link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website.
I'm 56 from the U.S., from North Carolina originally, so live in Hawaii now, so flew all the way from Hawaii here. So the question as far as why I'm here, to me, a lot of the other conflicts are gray, but this conflict is definitely black and white.
So again, this is 2022, June 22, and I think he might be in Ukraine right now giving this interview.
About good versus evil.
Or he may have been in Ukraine at that moment when the interview was recorded to give the interview.
This is a storybook, any movie we've ever watched, this is definitely evil against good. I mean, we're battling a situation here where, the Ukrainians and the rest of the world are caring and kind and and generous and unselfish and take care of one another. And it's just a matter of, you know, we need to stand up for that. That is the most important thing in the world, is just to show human beings that we're kind and we're caring and that we take care of one another and that the world is united so that we feed each other and make sure that, you know, we all move forward as one collective whole.
That sounds like a lot of commie talk to me, doesn't it? A lot of commie talk right there. And look, I'm not saying the Ukrainians aren't nice people, just the regular normies in the street. I'm not saying that. But at a certain point, when does it become our responsibility to fight every single war? And if we don't fight every war, how do we pick which wars we want to fight?
Whole unit. So, you know, we feel the pain of one country's failure and their conflicts, and we enjoy the successes of other countries that are doing good, and we all work together. And for some reason, Russia does not grasp this concept that we're all one unit, and we have to get along and work together and be normal human beings. This is 2022. We have to work together. It seems asinine that we have a leader in a country that does not understand the concept of being unselfish and being generous and being kind and just the basic moral values that are required by human beings these days.
Okay, so you can see that he's not a fan of Vladimir Putin or the Russian Federation. And my question to him and anyone else who's on either side of this, how do you pick the good guy or the bad guy in the Russia-Ukraine conflict? How do you really pick the good guy or the bad guy? I don't understand how you really do that. And of course, Trump is not a guy that supports the war. Remember David Muir talking about do you want Ukraine to win? Wanting them to pick a side in the war. It shouldn't be about picking the side. It should be about the conflict coming to an end. I don't want to see dead Ukrainians or dead Russians. I'm sure you got nice, kind people in Russia as well. You do Ukraine. I see them as the same people. And I think that the war is being egged on by outside people like you, Mr. American, going over there to fight and inflame the tensions. I think it's being inflamed by us. So if you're going to do anything, we should try to just make things calm down and end it, come to resolution rather than going over there and stoking flames. But again, that whole interview will be in the box if you want to check it out. It's like 10 minutes long. But as I close, I want to say this. Hopefully this guy, Ryan Routh, gets put up under the penitentiary to make big rocks to little. I don't want to see no ticky-tack charges, slap on the wrist. We can't have that. This guy has displayed himself to be a danger to society. 100 police interactions, convicted felon, weapon of mass destruction, trying to go overseas and stoke conflict. This guy is a menace to society, and he shouldn't be among us anymore. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your opinion about this whole situation? Do you think that it's psyop? Do you think that this guy was trying to delete Trump? Do you think he is a Trump supporter, a conservative, a Republican because of his voting 8 years ago? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. This guy, clearly violent, clearly dangerous, sent him to the penitentiary. He should have been there already. You got 100 police interactions. I mean, at a certain point, some people cannot be helped. They cannot be rehabilitated. All you can do is just lock them behind the wall, throw them a couple of scraps every now and again, and forget about them. Okay, and that's probably the best way to handle the situation. There's another way, but I won't go down that road right now. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.